This is Roy, the history teacher, and I want to welcome you back to my Ultimate General Civil War CSA campaign. This campaign is being fought on Brigadier General Plus difficulty using the JMP Rebalance Mod version 1.29.1. The last battle I fought was the Battle of Corinth. I took in my 1st Corps, which was reorganized. If you watched that video, you saw how I have reorganized, and I'll kind of give a brief overview of it here in just a moment. But you can see the casualties on the screen. I did not get the full clear. The timer ran out. That was one of the battles where when the timer hits, it's over. There was no extended time. I was pushing them back, had most of their units wavering or routing right there at the end. And I was hoping to grab a few more captures and did not. You can see I only captured 344 men in that battle. It was one artillery battery surrendered. I did inflict over almost 9,100 casualties on their infantry, and like I said, I thought I was about to get several more units surrender, and the timer just ran out on me. You can see that, as promised, I used the point from Corinth to go into to training, because for this Fredericksburg campaign and also for the next one, Stones River, my goal is to max out medicine and training, and then to max out logistics and reconnaissance, and finally the last things I will focus on will be politics and economy. I was able to get about almost 4,500 veterans came out of my wounded pool into my veteran pool, plus the 3,000 recruits. So I was able to actually expand King's Corps just a little bit. All the brigades now pushed up to about 1,750, right around there. The way I do it is I add by 25, and I have a number in my head. Say if I'm wanting 1,750, and the click that gets it closest to 1,750, that's where I go. I know a lot of guys like to play with even numbers, and I used to, and I wanted to be just a little bit more historically accurate. No brigade ever got up on a morning and reported, we've got 1,800, we've got 1,750, we've got 1,800. So this just kind of gives it a little bit more of a historical aspect to me. But you can see they're all very close, very close. The only brigade that's not in the 1,750 range is Weeks's brigade, Johnny Weeks. His brigade just earned its 2nd star, and one more veteran drops them back to 1 star, so they're going to be at 1,566. Hopefully after this battle coming up at Prairie Grove, I'll be able to add a few more veterans into this brigade. Another thing that you might notice if you just watch the Battle of Corinth is I have replaced a lot of my artillery commanders now. I like to use lieutenant colonels and majors even in artillery battalions to get them promoted, and I had a ton of lieutenant colonels, and when I reorganized, I had to put colonels in most of those brigades so that they could definitely get that 1st star. And I was trying to kind of spread the recruits and the veterans out into those new units as I disbanded all my artillery and reorganized it. And so to get everybody that 1st star, I was throwing colonels in there. Now I'm able to replace a lot of those colonels with the lieutenant colonels. The only exception is Garnett's battalion. He is such a high-ranking colonel that if I dropped to a lieutenant colonel here, it was going to lose a star. And then Walker's artillery battalion is very close to its 2nd star. So I left Freddie Walker commanding there. Did the same thing over here in Lee's Corps, placed lieutenant colonels in command of all of the artillery, except for the big horse battalions. They have more guns, so I've left colonels there in all 3 corps. Hill's Corps, I was able to finish out the last division, although I did not have enough recruits to build them into full size. I want them up in the 1,750, 1,800, maybe even closer to 2,000 for their 1st battle. But we'll see what happens coming out of Prairie Grove, how big I'll be able to get them. At Fredericksburg, Hill's Corps is going to be defending Prospect Hill, and in a lot of my earlier playthroughs, Prospect Hill gets ignored a lot of times. Of course, I say that, and of course the Union will probably make that their primary focus, but in my previous playthroughs in previous campaigns, the Union hits Maury's Heights hard, and Telegraph Road is where Hill's going to be at. Prospect Hill, they hit hard. Maury's Heights, they hit hard. A lot of times they will ignore Telegraph Road, and so this Hill's Corps will be defending Telegraph Road. Johnson down here, he has a division commander now, so Colonel Webb can keep Johnson company in his purgatory down here in the 4th Corps or the Reserve Corps. In fact, you know what? He doesn't even deserve to have his name on there. We're going to rename this. This is going to be the Reserve Corps. Yeah, take that, Johnson. You're now the Reserve Corps. You don't even get to have your name on it. All right. So I am going to show you my barracks now. Because I replaced all of those lieutenant colonels, I have a bunch of colonels. So that is a good thing. Plus I have some wounded guys, Crocker, Marston, Drayton, and Barksdale, pretty highly experienced colonels. Of course I have Force and Spears. It's the 2nd time Spears has gotten himself wounded. And Spears would probably be a major general already if he would just quit getting wounded. So with that being said, we are going to jump into the Battle of Prairie Grove. Now, how I'm supposed to get my whole corps from Prairie Grove out here in either Kentucky or Arkansas, I'm not 100% sure where that's at, all the way back to Fredericksburg in time to defend, I don't know. That's a little, that's one part about this game that interests me, is how you can bounce around like that on the from theater to theater. It would be kind of cool if you had dedicated Western Theater Corps and dedicated Eastern Theater Corps, but that's not how this game was designed, so that's just some wishful thinking there. So let's start Prairie Grove. Alright, I only get to bring in 14 brigades, and the fortifications here are a little wonky. You'll see here in just a minute. It says I'm taking in 27,000 men. I am not, because I only get to bring in 14 brigades, so I'm not bringing in my whole corps. And your vanguard is attacked at the Borden's wheat field. There is no time to withdraw, so you must prepare to defend your position. Alright, so you see where the flag is. And what is weird is you have some fortifications over here which aren't bad, but then there's fortifications back here, and then the flag is kind of right out here in the middle. So I am going to try something today. Usually I get up here and try to form a line on the top of the flag. I'm actually going to try to use these fortifications to my advantage and see if I can't defend this flag by using these fortifications. So let's take a look. Let's get 1st Division. Of course, 1st Division is going to be all spread out, like nobody would say. Gentlemen, arrive at the battlefield in this crazy order. So we're going to get 1st Division. Alright, so there's 1st Division. Okay, where is my 3rd Division? Alright, here's 3rd Division. We'll go here. 3rd Division. Page is 2nd Division. Weeks is 2nd Division. Stokes is 3rd Division. Armistead is 2nd Division. I'm going to drop those 2 brigades. I'm going to bring in 2 divisions, or 2 brigades from 4th Division. So I have, let's see, we got rifles. I am dropping rifles. I'm going to leave 1 rifle battalion, but they're going to come in here pretty charge happy. Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to leave Rhodes Brigade out. And this is going to bring, okay, I got 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And this will let me bring in, I don't know if I want to bring in cavalry to try to clean things up, or if I want to bring in one of these skirmishers with their long range guns. Big choice, big choice. Let's bring 1 melee cav brigade, and let's bring in 1 skirmisher. We'll bring in the 1st Georgia Battalion. Alright. goods division down here. Here's a Longstreet's division. All right, I think I have what I want. Where am I going to put these sharpshooters at? That's just alright, let's start the battle. Alright, 1st Division. Alright, let's see how that works. Might not work at all. The whole Pickett's Brigade here is reserves. We're going to send Manson over there as reserves. Oh, not what I wanted. Change of plans. Go way over there. Oh no, not all of you. Not all of you. No, you guys stay right here, just like I said. Change of plans. You're going to be tired, but you guys get way over and help hold that flank. Okay, here we go. found them. Went into a hole right there. Okay. Alright. Man, they're taking a lot of damage. Oh, they broke. Okay. I am pretty happy with where I'm at right at the moment. They have two pretty big cav brigades. That is a major problem. And their cav brigade is bigger than my cav brigade. And they have two of them, and I only have one. big steady infantry brigade right there. Back up, back up. Can't tell who they're shooting at. Stay with those skirmishers. Oh, okay. Alright. And the battlefield goes eerily quiet for a moment. My 1st Georgia Battalion has taken some casualties. Forgot about that cavalry brigade. That's gonna cause me problems. Yep. clear. Alright, let's take a look here. So, got the full clear. Didn't lose any major officers, although why do I have a captain being promoted? What was he commanding? I had to have lost an officer somewhere. That's strange. So I gotta look and see where Bartlett is at when this is over. What did we capture? Mississippi's. Really? Strange. Captured 24-pound howitzers. That's amazing. I need those. That is going to be awesome for setting up for Fredericksburg. Alright. Well, let's go back and look and see where we're at after medicine is applied. So we captured almost 3,000 prisoners. That's going to pick up some additional recruits. I got so look at that. Got some units now have their second stars in my armory now. I'm going to have enough howitzers to equip one of my Napoleon brigades, probably my 2-star Napoleon brigade with these howitzers. Alright, and let's look what we have for infantry wise. Lots of lots of smooth bores. Picked up some Mississippis, so I got a brigade that's carrying right now carrying some smooth bores, that newest brigade, so they can get some Mississippis. Alright, well, you can see where we're sitting at. Breckinridge's brigade took some casualties. Page, I don't see any other brigade in too big of trouble. Where are we at on recruits? We have 4,321 recruits. I have 2,610 veterans. Wow, I got a lot more badly wounded guys. So, and I still have 2,882 in the wounded pool. Well, that was the Battle of Prairie Grove. Thank you for watching. I'll get the 1st Corps rebuild, or King's Corps, and get ready for the Battle of Fredericksburg. Once again, thank you for watching.